ערב טוב לכולם, השראה פרקטית. Good evening everybody, we're in the Practical Inspiration show tonight. אני אגיד כמה מילים בעברית, I will talk a little bit in Hebrew and introduce my guest, and then we will go to English. So bear with us. Good evening, Nila.
Hi, good evening, Audley and everyone.
It's great to see you here, and it's great to be here together. So we will wait for people, to go on and be with us. And I will say a few words in Hebrew, okay, for the International Day. אז ערב טוב לכולם וברוכים הבאים לתוכנית השראה פרקטית. אני מאוד מאוד נרגשת ושמחה הערב, אנחנו משדרים כאן בערוץ ביחד לרגל יום האישה הבינלאומי, שהוא יום שיש אומרים שהוא כבר מיותר, אבל בעיניי כל סיבה לחגיגה היא סיבה טובה. והערב יש לי הכבוד והעונג לארח פה באמת מנהיגה רוחנית מיוחדת במינה, את נילה, שהיא מנהלת ארגון, גדלה בכפר הודי קטן בדרום הודו, וצמחה והפכה להיות מנהיגה עסקית ורוחנית, ופיתחה שיטה שנקראת מפתחות אור, שאנחנו נרגיש ונחווה אותה תכף, ובעצם יצרה ארגון בינלאומי שנמצא כיום ב-67 מדינות בעולם. אז אני אעבור עכשיו לאנגלית, ואני מזמינה אתכם להיות איתנו על השידור, ולהקשיב לנו, ולשאול שאלות. אני מקווה שאני אצליח לראות ולהגיב בו זמנית. So I'm going to English. So good evening again. Happy Women's Day globally. I'm very honored and very, very excited to have you here on the show, Nila. And the real name is Nirmala Raju, right?
Absolutely. Well done to you for pronouncing that.
I was rehearsing your name. I want to read about you and who you are, so people can understand. So Nila is a mystical business leader who weaves possibilities, and we'll talk about possibilities and what is to weave possibilities. She's the founder and CEO of Light Key Healing System, which was channeled by her and being used by numerous people in more than 67 countries now, right?
Absolutely, yes.
In the world. Wow, how did you do it?
Please.
And it's a method that helps people to heal their body and their mind and their emotions and their lives. Her organization is a workforce of about more than 60 people from 4 different nationalities, speaking 11 different languages and located in 15 places all over the world. And you wrote 11 books in Tamil, in Indian language, and 2 books in English, and produced a movie, and written and edited about more than 30,000 articles.
Correct.
So that means you are a Wonder Woman to me.
I think every one of us are.
Yes. So you are now in Washington, D.C., and we are here in Israel, in the Holy Land. And I would like to start this broadcast. I hope that everybody is hearing and seeing us. I don't know why I can't see what they are writing now, but I will see in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to start, with a prayer, since it's the International Women's Day, and I want to bless everybody who's watching us and is being with us here in the show. And bless, women especially, but all the world with peace and harmony and love and freedom, all the things that now are so in the world, and we will talk about this also.
Yes.
So I would like to start maybe with an exercise or an experience that you can do. You developed your own method, like me. And maybe you can give us an experience and get us in the mood, and then we will talk. What do you say?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, everyone, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. And now focus on your heart. And sense any kind of kindness you have. Kindness for animal, kindness for children, kindness for you, kindness for any cause. Just find a tiny bit of kindness in your heart. Allow it to intensify. All you have to do is ask that kindness to intensify. Allow it to intensify. Let it form a ball of kindness inside your heart. Now we are going to call a light key frequency, which is called waves of kindness. Okay, waves of kindness. Simply call waves of kindness. This taps into all the kindness that is here on the planet. So simply call waves of kindness and allow it to engulf your heart. Let it merge with the kindness ball you have in your heart. And now allow waves of kindness to flow into every cell of your body. Let your heart beat with kindness. Let your heart blend kindness with the blood cells passing through it. Bless yourself, your body with kindness. Allow this kindness energy to intensify and allow every cell of your body to absorb this kindness. Now let these waves of kindness flow out from your body into your surrounding. Allow these waves to touch your loved ones. Let these waves caress and gently engulf all the bodies around you. And send out these waves of kindness to everyone in your country. Allow the kindness to touch their heart. Let it awaken the kindness in the hearts in your country. Allow these waves of kindness to go beyond your country and touch every heart on the planet. Allow the lights from the hearts to shine through. As these waves travel far and wide, you can sense the oneness, the kindness connecting the human race. Allow this matrix of kindness to move through the planet, dissolving any conflict, any unkindness, the violence, hatred. Allow it to transmute all those into pure love, kindness, and gratitude. Now let the waves of kindness travel beyond the planet. Let it touch every planet, every star, and every object, every molecule in the universe. Let the whole universe vibrate in kindness. There is nothing here, nothing anywhere that kindness can't dissolve. Let us all be the embodiment of kindness. Let's embrace the kindness we are. Now let's send out gratitude to everyone who participated, who received, contributed to this experience. And sense that the gratitude is multiplying as you send out. Let the planet be filled with gratitude. Let your heart be in total joy. May you embrace the absolute bliss. That's who you are. Okay, you can rub your palms, rub your face to come back to the
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
cold.
Now we can start calmly to talk about things.
Exactly. I am lost for words now.
Yes. So, Neela, I want people here, in Israel, I know you have a group here that you teach,
Yes.
and that's how I heard about you.
Yeah.
And I want people here to know you and know your story. This show is called Practical Inspiration. I started it more than 5 years ago, and I'm hosting, mentors and leaders and thought leaders and spiritual leaders from all over the world, musicians, to give us, an hour of peace, of kindness, from all the noise that we are living in, especially in this time that, the COVID-19 and everything that humanity is going through. And I know that you started in a small village in South India.
Yes.
And now you live in Washington D.C. and you are leading this an organization that is really bringing healing and compassion to all over the world. This is a big gap,
Absolutely.
and I want to learn how you did it. What happened in your life? What choices you made? What places that you had changes or big changes, small changes that made you who you are today? Like Steve Jobs said, to connect the dots of your life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Thank you.
what would you like to start with to let us know you better?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, as you said, I am originally from a very small village in India, in South India, where there was huge discrimination between girls and boys. And even when I was very small, I couldn't take it. I couldn't buy into it. I was always raising voices. I was always going beyond those structures and rules. And my parents and my teachers really struggled with me, I must say, because I was breaking patterns. I was asking questions. I was going beyond everything that had been set for us. So, and of course, in if you are taking a different path, it's going to be difficult. Always, path finding is not easy. You are creating a new path. So, if you struggle in your life, people, I'm telling you, probably you are finding a new path. So celebrate.
Yeah, it seems that we are all struggling these days.
Yeah. So we are probably creating a new pathway in the universe. So it was always a struggle. Wherever I went, I was the first woman or first person to do something.
In your village,
There was no precedence.
like
So
what?
that's
What
when,
did you do that was different?
come again, sorry.
What did you do that was different?
Yeah, so I was the first woman engineer from my village. So I studied in Tamil, my mother tongue, in school. Okay, so from there I went to the top ranking university
In
straight away
in India?
in India. Yeah, top ranking university, and I had to learn everything in English. It was huge difference. Okay, and also, and the cultural difference was huge. My rural background and the totally modern urban university, the culture kind of tore me apart. I
Hmm.
didn't know how to be.
You didn't fit in.
Exactly. I didn't know how to be. I didn't know what to say, how to talk. I couldn't even talk one full sentence of English when I went into the university.
How did you go to that university from your small village, from being a small city girl? You were
I did.
chosen.
I did score very well in academics in school, and I had a lot of other talents as well. Like I could write, I could sing, I could dance, and so I was kind of all-rounded personality there.
Yeah.
So it was easy to get into the university. That was not difficult, but surviving in the university was. Okay, so the cultural difference literally tore me apart. I did make lots of mistakes. I brought in my rural values into urban life, and there were lots of mistakes, and I was like an outcast. I didn't fit in at all. I couldn't wait to get out of it. And those mistakes I made were the foundation for my awakening, I would say. I started acknowledging that I was different.
But you studied, you said, engineering.
Yes,
So
I did.
it's also, very far from the spiritual world that you are living today.
Tell me about it. That's totally mind-based.
So what happened to you? What happened to the engineering, left-minded woman that you were? You also, I know that you also worked in corporations, in big
Yeah.
corporations.
Yeah,
You played the usual game.
absolutely. Yes. Yeah, and as usual, as expected, I didn't fit in. But I played the game well. But within me, I didn't feel that, that was the place for me. I was a good performer, top performer. I did really well in academics or academics. I did reasonably well, and in corporate world, I did really well. But still, I had that vacuum in me. There was something missing, something missing. Okay, so that was always there. And then in '97, I lost my baby. I gave birth to a baby, and I lost him on the fifth day. That was like the blow for me.
You were still in the university, or you were after the university?
I was working.
You was working in
I was working
1997.
in corporate world then. So that was a blow, huge blow for me.
So
I
5 days, 5 days after you gave birth, your baby
yes,
died.
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That must have been devastating for you.
Very, very. It was. I'm telling you, that was my rock bottom in my life. I didn't know what to do, and we had myself and my husband had misunderstanding, and we were to separate at the same time. When I lost my baby, all these were going on as well. We wanted to separate at that point. It kind of, I was crushed. So, and that was my second turning point.
You know that many women,
Yeah.
including myself, before I had my children, I lost 3 babies. It was also a very, very difficult time in my life.
Yeah.
And I think many women, we're talking now, on Women's Day, many women can relate to this kind of loss of children. And so how did it affect your life? You said that it was a turning point in your life.
It was huge, actually. Early, I was mourning for 8 years. Trust me.
8 years you were mourning.
Mourning, yeah. People can have one look at me and tell that I have intense sadness in me. That's how it was. That huge it was. But during those 8 years, I was constantly seeking meaning beyond what is here, what we see in the physical world. I was reading a lot. I took my first Reiki class, and I started doing graphology, and I started learning about other spiritual stuff in the books.
You are looking for answers, like, for why did it happen to me?
No, what is the meaning of life? Generally, what's the point? If it is going to be this excruciating pain of loss and not fitting in, why am I here? What are we all doing here, literally?
And you didn't have these questions, where you were younger. I've been to India. India is a very spiritual place.
Yeah.
And as a child, that grew in India, didn't you have those questions?
I did. I was brought up as a Catholic Christian. Okay, very strong Catholic family. My family is still, my background is. And the teaching, anything religious didn't really resonate with me. But I was very religious. I was. But that did not come from a space of knowing. That came from the space of conditioning.
Like your family was Catholic, you went to church, so you go to church as a habit, not as a really spiritual thing for you.
Exactly. So, when I used to hear sermons, I did not resonate with what was being told. And somehow I knew, there was a knowing very, very deep within me that there is much beyond, the truth is much beyond all this. Maybe whatever they are saying is one perspective. I am not disputing that, but that is much more than what I am being told. So that was always,
after you had that big bomb in your life and the 8 years of mourning, you started looking for answers. Why am I here in the world? And I saw your website. I think you learned everything that there is in in the healing modalities and in the coaching modalities. I mean, so many things that you learned.
Yeah, I did learn. I did attend workshops. I did certifications, and still I was searching all the time. And it was all, now I recognize that it was all kind of preparation mode. And in 2004, my mother-in-law passed away, and it was untimely, it was unexpected, and it was very depressing for the family.
You were connected to her? You were very...
My husband was very close with her. So he was very much impacted by the sudden death. And so I had to support him through that. He is a very strong person normally, but that was too big of a blow for him, the unexpected death. So I had to support him. And again, I was looking for, okay, what more is there? Okay. And at that point, I had read some books on mediumship. So I decided to talk to a medium and get answers. That was another turning point. So that was my very first reading with a medium. And he gave us evidence from my mother-in-law, my ancestors, and a lot of such evidences. And I was pretty impressed.
He was channeling messages from her?
Yes. Okay.
And it was the first time that you experienced it?
Correct, yes. That was the first time I was actually receiving anything like that. And I was pretty impressed. He was able to say give me so many evidences from my mother-in-law. So it was very comforting for the family. And at the same time, he also said that you are a healer and medium. And there is a big force in the spirit world to support you. You have so much support in the spirit world. I was laughing. How is it possible?
Because you were engineer in your head still.
Yeah. Not only that, I was thinking I needed help. I needed fixing. I didn't have answers. How can I be a healer? How can I be a medium?
Yeah. You know, they say, I don't know who said it, but they say that every person needs one person to believe in him, to see through him, and to see what his soul, what his soul telling him. So this was the one for you.
Yes, and I really till now I can't recall how I ended up in a mediumship circle for development. I can't remember how I joined. I was in the circle for 6 years, so practicing mediumship.
So you started getting your own messages and your own channeling?
Yes, yeah. So that kind of launched me into the path I am in.
So in what made you, leave the world that you knew in the corporate, in the engineering work, and, make the move to the spiritual world, to healing?
Okay, I didn't leave for a long time.
You did both. You lived
both,
in both.
yeah. I was doing both. So, but what made me seek this out was the peace I experienced. It was very profound. You can't really explain in words how profound it is. Everything, nothing outside changed, nothing in the world changed, but something inside totally changed. That kind of peace, if I can experience for 5 minutes or 5 hours, whatnot, why can't we bring it out? Why can't it be the way of our living? Why can't it be a reality?
I think it's the desire that we all have inside, to have this inner peace, especially that we live, in a very noisy world, and we have also the noises inside, the talking voices inside our head and the talking voices outside.
I used to think that there is a wheel inside my head. So it was that noisy.
So when you got the peace inside, and you said, if I have it,
yes,
I want to give it to everybody.
Yeah. So I can probably.
When was the moment that you said to yourself, I am a healer? I am, I am a spiritual being. When was the moment that you did, because it's a shift in your life. It's a big shift in your life.
Yeah. I didn't ever say I am a healer. Still now I don't say I am a healer. I'm a spiritual person. My work is about sharing what I receive, what I have. That's it. I am going to leave it to you to take it. I am not the one who is giving you stuff. I am showing what I have. I can invite you to experience it. I am not going to force feed you. And I am not going to elevate myself into a level of a rescuer. No, you are like me in every sense. You are infinite as I am. We are all choosing different games right now. And I am saying, hey, the game I am playing is joyful, blissful. You can join in if you like. Look, see, I am playing. That's what I am doing. I am not going to force feed it to anyone. I am not going to say, hey, come on, I will heal you. No, that's not me. I will say, if I can heal you, you can too. That I will say. I will probably show you how I heal myself. And I can be there for you in your journey. I will support you. I will cheer you.
But tell me, okay, you can heal yourself, and you can, be a demonstration to other people and to teach them what you know.
Yeah.
But how do you make it a worldwide business in 67 countries? It's really unusual.
See, Orly, this is another big story. So I channeled Light Keys back in 2011. Okay. I did not have courage to roll it out. I thought it's too simple. People will not buy into this. In 2019, I had a setback in the business. See, I also run an IT business still. Okay, that's also going in parallel. So I had a setback in my IT business. That gave me space to do more of this. Then I thought, okay, I was also getting kicks from the spirit world. Come on, do something.
Show up, show up.
Exactly. So then I asked for volunteers, 33 volunteers, to try out my work, the channeled messages. So that's how people showed up. And the last person, 33rd person I onboarded, came to me in my meditation. Okay, so I had chosen 32 people. 33rd person was pending. I went into meditation, and this name showed up. That was Tegit Dance from Israel.
Okay.
Who has been instrumental in taking Light Keys in Israel. So okay, coming back to that, those 33 people, I call them master batch. They practiced they shared the experience. That is it. Still, I do not have a marketing department.
Really?
We don't. We just have some groups of our practitioners. We post, okay, these are the classes coming up. We don't have a marketing department, and I would have spent probably $50 altogether in Facebook advertisement. That's it. And the modality has its life on its own. We are not pushing. It just goes. It happens. And people talk about it.
People experience, they feel a change, and they talk about it.
Yes.
And they bring more people and more people.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us more about this Light Key system that you channeled.
Sure.
What is it?
Okay. So Light Key system contains high vibrational symbols, frequencies, processes, etc. Okay. They help us to change whatever is not working for us in our body, life, and also beyond this lifetime. See, we as a being, we don't end here with this lifetime. Our journey continues. We evolve through our choices. So these frequencies and keys, the symbols we call keys, they help us with our journey, with our evolution. And the practice is very simple. It's like, you command rather than you beg.
You command.
Command, yeah. It's all about embracing your divinity, embracing your mastery. See, universe is you. Universe is within you. You are the universe. Without you, there is no universe. Let's say that you don't perceive
consciousness.
Sorry,
it's all one consciousness. I'm saying it's all one consciousness.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you stop perceiving anything, there is no universe. Yeah. So when you are that, why do you have to beg? You can choose. You can pick from as you choose from a restaurant menu. Okay, I'll have this. I can have this because you are the universe. So these elements of the universe are showing themselves to us now because the veil is so thin right now. When I started back in 2004, receiving messages was not this easy. Not just for me. See, I do awareness development circle for beginners and everyone, anyone who's interested to join. The ease with which the freshers get messages, receive awareness from the universe is breathtaking for me. Comparing,
it's what it's geometrical signs. It's you say frequencies, geometrical sign. What are these messages?
yeah. So messages could be anything. It can be. It is like the information that's available in the universe can come to you in any form. So you basically, the keys and frequencies, they open you up to be the universe, to be the master of your own life, to embrace your divinity. Yes, I am that infinite. The keys are the practice. We practice, we take paper and pen and practice the keys. Okay, and we use the frequencies to command, like we used waves of kindness. We did not beg waves of kindness to give us anything. We commanded waves of kindness to go into the world, to go into the universe, to awaken people. That's how you command. The more and more you command, and then you start seeing the outcome, you can actually start to experience in the physical body, yes, I am that divine. Look, through this physical body, I have brought in the divine.
So what happened to you personally in your life? What changes did you experience when you started using the signs and the frequencies that you channeled?
Personal responsibility. Taking responsibility for anything and everything that is going on in your life. And the strength of being able to create anything, make changes. If something shows up, you don't panic. Okay, that's here. If I can create that magic, then I can create this magic now. I can transmute it.
So tell me, how did you experience this last year? With the pandemic and the COVID-19. You live in the United States. What was your personal and professional experience from this time?
So professionally, we had a bit of downtime because of COVID, because our clients had to roll back some of the work they had given us. And personally, I don't know, I have had more peace,
Really?
more calm, and more time to tap into the energy I truly could be, or I truly am. So because everybody had to stand back, everybody had to look into them, reassess what
it's like the whole world was going into retreat.
Exactly. That's an amazing word. Yes.
We are paying money to go on retreats, and now the world was telling us stop.
Slow.
Stop and slow down for a while.
Yeah.
What are your observations about this pandemic and the new world? And I'm reminding you that it's Women's International Day. And as we see in the world, the countries that have women leaders dealt with the pandemic better, more compassionately, more with more freedom than most of them. I don't know if all of them, but most of them than men. And what do you think about women leadership in this time and in general?
Cool. Okay. So for me, the awareness is that the whole COVID thing is about reassessing our priorities. What do we really like to have? what is important in our life. So people have started looking within rather than looking outside. So our priorities have changed. If you noticed, across the globe, our priorities have changed. And this has also been a period of reflection, retrospection, and recognition. So, even the research shows that women have more gratitude and compassion compared to men. And my awareness is that if you are choosing to come into a woman's body, you are basically choosing more enriching life, because women's body go through a lot more changes than men's body. So that means the life is richer. That means more potential, more possibilities, more choices you can make, and more influence you have on the world. Okay, so if you can bring that natural compassion and natural gratitude to the leadership, obviously you are going to change the world. So that is the reflection that's happening. That is the acknowledgement that's happening within all of us. It's not just for women, even for men. They can tap into the feminine side of them. They can tap into the gratitude and compassion.
Yeah, it's not about women against men or something like that.
No,
it's
nothing like that.
It's about feminine qualities that the woman needs.
Yeah. So I think that's what is happening in this period. In this period of slowdown, we have all had time to tap into that. And through the capacities of influencing and making choices, we are also becoming closer to the source more and more. And the more and more we embrace these qualities, then we are all becoming divine. So as a race, we are evolving from victims to empowered beings, to see that we can create anything.
So you say that it's a choice how we look at things.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how we respond to them.
Absolutely.
Because, it is a choice. The pandemic and the sickness and the uncertainty, if it's economic or in health or in personal life, many people are experiencing in the world, and here also in Israel very, very powerfully. But you say we have a choice.
Absolutely.
We have to look at it differently.
Definitely. Absolutely. You can receive contribution from anything and everything, including garbage.
How?
You can. People make wealth from garbage, don't they?
They make what?
Wealth from garbage.
Well, yes.
Don't they?
Yes.
So if you are open to receiving, you can. We are the ones who think, okay, garbage is a waste. I can't receive anything from this. That is how we also omit people. This person is like that. I can't receive anything from them. But what if, even if they are vibrating low, what if even if they are propagating evil? What if that can act as a contribution to you? It is an awareness, isn't it, that evil can be in the world. If you are cutting off, if you are filtering out such things, then you are not willing to see and be everything.
Yeah.
When you are not willing to be and see everything, then you are not infinite. You are cutting off your parts, and you become at the effect of that thing you are not willing to be aware of.
So how can we, in this time, we're broadcasting now in some groups, and the main group is called Together. And this coronavirus pandemic here in Israel caused us, many light leaders here in Israel to join together and to make this group and to do like light festivals during light weekends, you know, for free for everybody. But what I feel personally is that there are many people who are not still awake.
Yeah.
And we need, you know, we need the force of light now in the world. What would you say, you know, to people? You know, you say that you can force spirituality.
Correct. Yeah.
What do you say to people that, you know, they are still not awake, that they are still sleeping, you know, that they watch the news all day and they believe what is told there, and they are frightened, and they are sitting at home, and they are, you know, I don't know, I don't want to go into this the negative sides of it, but how can we, as people who work with the light and want to bring harmony and peace and kindness, like you did in your beautiful meditation in the beginning, how can we be in assistance or in inspiration for other people to make them, you know, more awake and more aware of who they are and of their divinity, of their empower?
Great question. Okay. So can darkness stand in the face of light?
No.
No.
When the room is dark and we put the light, there is no dark.
Exactly. You know, however intense the darkness is, one candle can light the whole place up. So my recommendation for all of us is, instead of looking at them, you shine your light so bright. Just be in that kindness and gratitude. You embrace your divinity. That's exactly what is going to be an invitation. So this is where I normally say that if you have somebody at home who's not doing very well and you want them to change, I say you release your judgments about their choices. So if somebody is choosing depression, anxiety, and if you want them to change, you release your points of view about their depression, their anxiety. And when you release it, you are actually releasing the clutter from your space. You are creating more space, a space of no judgment, space of kindness and compassion. Instead of seeing them as a victim, you are seeing them as an empowered person. Hey, you are choosing depression. Wow. And that will help them to see, hey, this is my choice. I can choose something different. I actually give this example in many places. You know, the earth is like a theme park. We all go into the theme park. Some of us choose the mildest of rides. Some of us choose the wildest of rides, where the roller coaster hangs you upside down.
Yes.
That is not wrong. You may not choose it. So instead of saying, oh my God, they are hanging upside down, how poor, instead, wow, what an adventure. Then they can see, I was the one who chose this. I can get off anytime from there. It's my choice. So that's how I function. I operate. That's my recommendation. We choose to shine so bright. Keep tapping into the light, who we are. Keep tapping into the kindness and gratitude all the time. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, because we've been conditioned so much, and the world doesn't function that way. So it's easy to be pulled down by going on the suffering of others. So look at it. If somebody is suffering, if you go down in the name of compassion, would you be an invitation or would you be kind of entrapped in that? Instead, I would say stay up there in joy, in kindness, in gratitude. Show them that there is another possibility.
What would you say, your the best practical tool that you use yourself to save your frequency high,
Yes,
to
okay.
heighten your frequency?
Yeah, the waves of kindness that we used, that is a great tool. I can give you two more tools. So can we bring up the kindness key, golden kindness key?
The golden kindness key, I will put it here.
Yes, okay. So this is called golden kindness key. This is a high vibrational light key. Two infinity symbols joined in the middle. Look at it. Can you simply be with it? Sense it. Sense the energy of it. And can you now bring it into your solar plexus? Just bring that golden kindness key, the energy of golden kindness key, into your solar plexus. And allow it to spin. Simply allow it to spin. And as it spins, it becomes bigger, bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. And it gently dissolves any unconsciousness, any heaviness, any energy that's keeping you stuck in low vibration. It can transmute, it can simply change its vibration. Allow the kindness key to become bigger and bigger and spin it around your body. Just be in the field of kindness. And allow your body to absorb the energy of kindness. Okay, so this is one exercise that all of us can use. Basically, it creates a dome around you of kindness. So whatever happens outside, you are not very much impacted or even observe. You don't even observe because you are within that field of kindness.
It's beautiful. I imagine it when I close my eyes like a golden butterfly going.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of us do. Yes, you are right. Yeah. And the next one is called Ascended Rose of Kindness. If you can bring that
Yes,
up.
I'm putting it.
Yes, yeah. This is actually a bridge between ascended worlds, ascended dimensions, and this reality. Okay? All you have to do is simply look at the visual, rest your eyes anywhere on the visual, and relax. And if you are called, you can also just say the phrase Ascended Rose of Kindness and just be. And if you are open, you can actually taste the energy of energy of limitlessness. It takes you beyond the limitation of this reality. As simple as that. You don't even need a visual. Just remember the phrase, ascended rose of kindness. So whenever you feel a little bit down, a little bit heavy, use the phrase. Just say ascended rose of kindness.
Ascended rose of kindness. Yeah.
Ascended rose of kindness. Yeah. It's an energy from ascended worlds. It is here to make a bridge between us and the ascended world.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much, Neela.
Thank you.
An hour passed. I have many, many more questions that I wanted to ask you, but we have to respect the time
of
everybody. Maybe we'll do it again.
Sure.
So I want to thank you very much, Neela. And
thanks everyone for receiving and for having Audley. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I'm also putting this prayer again, you know, for all of us, for all women in the world, a blessing for peace, for harmony, for joy, for freedom, 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 freedom. And I will see you all in the next Practical Inspiration show tomorrow, in another day, in another dimension. And I wish you all the best and good night. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, everyone.